coming into our beautiful circle. Welcome, goddesses. Let's breathe together and imagine that we're now in this beautiful, magical place in nature. If you look at Sister Goddess Lily's background, she's got some green going on there. I have my party invite on. Under me, I can see a universe. Who's that? That is Lisbeth. So let's just take in this beautiful kaleidoscope of goddesses that we are right now. And I know that you'll just see a couple on the screen, but they're more here than you know, because time is an illusion. So whenever this circle is streamed out into the world, when it goes onto YouTube, when it hits share on somebody's social platform, people will be able to join this magical energy. So let's make sure, as we do at every Golden Goddess Circle, that we ground down into this present moment right now. And we do that by simply taking a breath together, shall we? So as you get as comfortable as you can right now, take a full breath in and hold. And then let it go. Whew. Maybe make a sound. Excellent. Let's do that again. Take a full breath in. Hold. And release. Make a sound. Whew. What kind of sound wants to come through? Let's do that a third time, shall we? Take a full breath in, sisters. Hold. And then release with a smile. Ah, that's right. Feel where your body is right now. Notice that there's some parts of your body that are connected to the ground beneath you. Just notice that. And notice how you can maybe feel your sitting bones. They're kind of even 4 corners on those sitting bones, right? And then maybe you can feel the soles of your feet. Could you notice where they are? That's right. And then imagine that you could breathe into your physical heart. Let's do that together. Breath connects. Taking a full breath in. And then as we release that breath, we come into the space of our hearts. Right, here we are. And if we were in 3D right now, I would invite you to hold hands. I'd say, come on, let's connect the circle. So the power of our mind, let's just imagine that we're holding hands with this beautiful array of rainbow spectrum goddesses here. And we're just enjoying each other's presence. And now we're going to set our intention. Where do we want to go with this? Well, my suggestion for today is peace. Peace has been the word that is my word for 2023. Peace is the word I keep repeating to myself in moments of conflict. Peace is the word that I wake up with and I go to sleep with. But I do not always feel completely at peace throughout the day. Don't worry, I'm not a saint. So I have found that the moment you set an intention, the moment you say, okay, I want this, then the universe will respond 100%. But will it always respond in the way that we think it will? Nah, right? Will the universe challenge us the moment we focus on something? Huh? Well, it has me. I cannot tell you because you wouldn't believe me and it might not be appropriate, of all the things I have gone through just this last year and how often I have been challenged to find peace, 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 joy, peace, peace. So when I was in England, just, was it 10 days back, and did that beautiful retreat with Lynn McTaggart and Brian Hubbard in Broughton Hall, that sanctuary, right? Peace was part of my affirmation of what I'm now really incorporating every single day, so consciously, because I'm challenging the universe back. So as the universe would, today it brought me a new opportunity to find even deeper peace. The universe challenged me in the way that behind me you can maybe see. Tomorrow is my big book launch day. Tomorrow, my baby, Intuition, der Schlüssel zu mehr Lebensfreude, is hitting the shelves. It's being published. It's looking into this planet, it's presenting itself. And so, yes, of course, I'm pretty attached to this. And I have worked really, really hard. Not only I, but a whole team of people have worked really, really hard to get it ready, to get the platforms ready, to get all the emails out, to the social posts, and so that everybody would know, hey, Jai's book is coming out in German, right? And today I got the numbers. And when I had the numbers, I was crushed. I was really crushed. I was like, what? How's that possible? Because the truth is, and you know me, I'm transparent. The truth is that although I've invested, let's give you a ballpark, right? Around 20,000 euros, many, many months of work, and 6 weeks of intense promotion with a great team who's been working hard too, we've had 50 new people sign up to get the Jai newsletter. We have had hardly any sales of the book, which was only available as an ebook. For that, we thought, okay, that might be because in Europe, everyone loves the print edition. I mean, I know I do. I always want the book in 3D. So we were pretty chill. We said, no, chill your base. It's going to be fine. We'll just focus on the 19th of September, and then we'll see what happens. That's what I've been saying, because I said, that is what's coming through. I mean, intuition told me to write the book. Intuition told me now it's time to do the German version. Intuition guided me to the team of people. Intuition has guided all this stuff, right? So I have to trust. But when I heard the numbers today, of course, there was a part of me who thought, damn, what if this doesn't work? What if this is the biggest flop in history, right? All this focus, I've been talking about nothing else, it feels like, for at least, I don't know, months now. And then only 50 new people from those thousands that have seen the videos only are interested in knowing more. How's that possible? But what if I were to ask a better question? What if I were to ask, why is this a blessing? Why is this the best thing that could happen to me right now? And how can I find my peace right now? My peace with what is. The numbers are what is. I mean, I can talk them nice, but they're what is. But I don't know the end result, do I? No, I don't. I only can make a snapshot of what is right now, and I can check in with me. Am I still aligned? Am I still in that vibration of peace? And when I'm not, I can do something about it, can't I? So come on, let's do hive brain. Yeah, we all know this. Many of you have been here for many, 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 many circles. What do we do first? We stop. We stop and we go inside and we notice what's going on. And that's where we women are so good at this, because we feel so deeply. We have such a spectrum of feelings that we have access to. True? Isn't it true? Yeah. Okay, good. So let's just notice right now, because this is a process for all of us, because you might not have a book launch. I mean, you might not give a rat's ass about a book launch, but you might have something else that's creating conflict or creating discomfort or dis-ease in your life. Do you have something? Then raise your hand. Okay, cool. So just notice that something. And when you just think of that something, you're already feeling certain feelings, true? So go into your body and maybe even touch your body, whatever way you'd like to touch your body right now, and say, okay, body, how do you feel right now? And then write it down. So I'm writing down for myself. My body feels contracted. It feels a little hard. It doesn't feel soft anymore. It feels a little hard. And I notice my breath is kind of a little shorter, and my chest feels tight. There we go, tight, contracted, hard, tight. And if I had to put a label to the feelings that I'm feeling, it's fear. It's fear of failure. It's fear of failure and fear of rejection. Fear of rejection, right? Because it's like I'm putting this all out there, and people just say, "Nah, not interested." Right? So those are the things that are going on for me right now. So now check in with yourself, and you could, if you'd like to, share it as we do in our sisterhood in the chat, just so we have, full transparency. This is like us being vulnerable. Remember Brené Brown, the power of vulnerability. Let's just have that courage to be vulnerable and say, okay, now I know what's going on inside of me. Okay, so I am noticing that I have myself, which I see as a subject right now, and I have something out there, which for me is the book launch, that's an object. So I have two things, right? I have myself, and I've separated myself from, oh, well, all one, I'm love, right? I'm no longer all one. I'm not, I'm separated. I've created two things. I have an object and a subject. Okay, notice that for yourself. Maybe you're in conflict with a certain person, right? And now suddenly this other person seems like the enemy, seems like the thing that is separate from you, that is stopping you from being at peace. You follow what I say? Okay, so we'll just notice that. We're noticing the feelings in our body. We've given it labels. So now, because we're really diligent researchers, let's measure how strong this feeling is. Okay, so take a breath. Let it go. And if you knew how strong this feeling was on a scale from 0, nothing, to 10, where is it? What's the first number that comes up? It's a 7. For me, it's a 7. What have you got? You could, again, share it in the chat, because then you can go back and see what you have been able to shift. What have you changed? And we're going to do this today in our most complete way. So stay with us. Okay, so you've elicited the feeling. You know the intensity. What's the next question? Have we felt like this before? Have you? Have you ever felt like this before? Yeah, I have. I know I have. And when I just go into that feeling, I can remember from the top of my head just little flashes of moments when I felt similar. Oh, you know what comes up? This is interesting. Maybe, at least for me, it's interesting. When I wrote the English version of this book, I was not intending to write a book, but I had signed up for this training, which was called Celebrity Launchpad, which promised you to train you so that you were TV fit. So that if you ever had to go on TV, you could present yourself, right? So I signed up for this training, following intuition on a whim, right? Paid 10K for this training. And the highlight of the training was that you met in the CNN building in Atlanta with this coach who gave this training. And there you pitched 2 TV stations. But the first call, and there was one personal coaching call, the first call was with this trainer, right? And he started the call by saying, okay, Joy, you're going to write a book. And I was like, what? And he said, yeah, you're going to write a book. And I said, no, I don't want to write a book. I've written a bunch of books. I don't want to write a book. He said, yeah, you're going to write a book. And I said, okay, I'll write a book. Because, I'm a diligent student. I'll write a book. And he said, yeah, and you've got 6 weeks to do it. And I was like, you're insane. I don't have time. Every time I don't know. I don't. And then I heard myself. And then there was that part of me saying, Jai, you paid 10K for this training. You are now sounding like some of your coaching clients when you tell them what to do to get the success. And then they just say, no, I'm not going to do that. I don't have the time, and yada, yada. So I said, of course, yes, I'll do that. And I did. In that time, I wrote the book. I had it ready, and it became a bestseller, right? So going back to that training, when we get to the highlight of being in Atlanta, and I stayed in this shitty hotel, and the CNN building is also not really glamorous. And Atlanta is a big city. It's not my preferred thing, right? And I was doing this training. The trainer was, I would say, a very classical alpha male. And the first thing that he told us is that he's going to push us until we can no more. And if we're at the point of we can no more, then we are allowed to say a safe word. And guess what the safe word was? 50 Shades of Grey. A kind of type guy that really triggers me on all levels in any way, right? But whatever, he got us there. So it was a big pitch day. And if you'd like to know how this goes, all you have is, similar to right now, a laptop with a little camera on top. And then we have the other group members standing behind us, waiting in line to have their pitch. And you're sat in front of a Skype call. And then you have 30 seconds to say something where the producer can say, yeah, I'm interested, or no, I'm not. And they don't tell you. They'll just listen, and then next. And we had to do, I think, 20 pitches. So it's like on a automatic belt. You're just 30 seconds in, out, in. And before we had to do that, I remember I felt the same way. I was terrified. I was absolutely terrified, because guess what? This trainer said, okay, Joy, the way that you're going to start your pitch is you're going to sing. Singing, now Miki knows, she was at school with me. Singing in front of other people used to terrify me so much that I would rather get naked than have to sing in front of other people. But that's what he made me do. So it really took me to the limit of where I was like, I am humiliating myself right now. Who am I even? I'm like this draw up doll, right? You put in front of a camera, and then you go again. I had all that going on, but I felt the same way. So now I see a pattern. Now look in your own lives. Do you notice that you've had those same feelings before? So notice in what situations did they come up? Let's take 3 breaths on that. It's taking a full breath in and out. And asking intuition, when were the other times that I felt just like this? What if I knew? What if I could remember right now? And then allow whatever pops up to just pop up. It might be a feeling, it might be an image, a memory, a sound, a smell, whatever it is, just notice. And now that you have found another point may come up, another little seed, another little moment in your beautiful history where you have felt a similar way. So now that you have noticed these moments, you might notice that red thread connecting those moments, right? And notice how it's just a pattern. It's just shitty programming. It's something that you on some level decided, on an unconscious level usually, because in that moment, it was the very best that you could do. It was just how you handled it, right? So there's no reason to judge yourself or to maybe even have feelings of regret. Let it go. So let's tap our liver. Let's go over to our right side and give ourselves a break. And then we could say something nice to ourselves. We could say, I forgive myself for feeling this way. I forgive myself for all the moments that have made me make interesting choices and then to make interesting judgments about myself and then create interesting beliefs. It's okay. And now I choose to release, to let go all the anger, all the judgment, all the discomfort, all the dis-ease. And I'm tuning in to that peace that I am. Peace is who I am. Peace is what I know, and I am peace. A full breath. And just notice the difference. Notice maybe your body feels a little softer, maybe more open. Just notice. Okay, so now you've done an amazing job, right? We've noticed the moments, we've noticed the pattern. We might even notice what this pattern looks like. We've released the physical stress in our body by tapping the liver and forgiving ourselves, saying these nice things to ourselves, like, I forgive myself, I let go of the anger, is giving your unconscious a very direct and clear command. Right? Because the unconscious doesn't know better. But if you instruct the unconscious by being focused and aware in that moment and giving a new programming in, if over time, that becomes your new programming. And I often get questions of like, yeah, I did the meditation, I did the tapping, it feels great, but now I'm back in life and things are happening again. I'm like, yeah, that's life, right? That's why it really is a daily practice. It's becoming more and more sensitive actually to those moments when we're not at peace, and having the courage then to take the space and do something about it. So we're doing really good work. We've noticed all these things. So now we're going to work with our intention. We've all noticed the pattern, and I would guess that we're all into releasing that pattern. Are we? So could we just tell our bodies by moving our hands up and say, hey, body, here's what's happening right now. I'm so proud of you for noticing what you notice and for holding on to all this stress for so long. And now we're going to let it go. Are you ready for this? Are you ready? Are you ready? Yes, 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 yes. Okay. We're going to do the switch. Okay. We're going to say, I love and accept myself, even if I have created beliefs and patterns and thoughts and feelings around this incident, or all these incidents, or these events in my life. And I love and accept myself when I now choose to let them go, to let the past be in the past, to release what no longer serves me, and to be at peace. Because peace is what I choose. I choose peace. Peace is what I am. I'm at peace. I'm at peace. I'm at peace. Yeah. Now, imagine again, we're holding hands. And when we breathe these 3 breaths, we're connecting our energies. We're connecting everything that we are with this one intention that I will repeat after our 3rd breath. Okay? And our intention is that we are completely, permanently, immediately happy and healthy and at peace, and have let go of any patterns that cause conflict or dis-ease. We're at peace. Okay? That's our intention. And when we hold that intention, when we repeat that intention, we're going to do it in silence. Okay? We're just going to hold that space and have the courage to just drop into that silence, knowing that we're all doing the same thing right now. We're holding that intention. We're seeing each other happy and healthy and at peace. Okay, you ready? So let's take a full breath in and let it go. Another full breath in and let it go. And now with our 3rd breath, we drop into our heart and we intend. Our intention is for us all to be completely, permanently, immediately happy and healthy and at peace. And then with your next breath, come back into the here and now. And notice the difference. Just check in with your body. Check in with your mind. And see if you can still find those feelings or if they've gone now. And then do let us know. I'd love to get some feedback. What did you notice while we were intending? What's going on with you? Nicole, Lily, Yolanda, maybe you'd like to start.
Hello, good evening. It was such a great example of yours that I was really, wow, it helped me to relate to an incident that came up for me. And I was, since that incident just happened yesterday, it was very fresh for me. And so I had it on an 8, and I feel now maybe on a 2. And it really, like the connection with all of you in that circle with this intention just now was so, like, everything was dropping, like all the excitement, the frustration, the anger, and the not, yeah, the kind of attachment, like you have been talking about, like the attachment to want it to come to a certain outcome. And still, I am not the person to decide it. I can ask for it, for the best solution, but I might not know what it is, right? Even if it's not the way I want to do it, just to be at peace with that, that helped me a lot in that moment.
Thank you. Thank you.
You.
Lily, Yolanda, anyone else? What did you notice? Danielle is saying, "Full rust in my sein. I feel peace in myself." That's really nice. Karen says she feels very relaxed and the bad feeling and the fear has gone. Very soft energy. Beautiful. Thank you. Lily, what about you?
I really saw how we were connecting, like in a network, like in a grid, like the water crystals of Hashimoto, how we were connecting. And even though everyone had their own problems or issues or even definition of peace, it was okay. Everything was okay. And just as I was talking before with my colleague about her concerns and then hearing your concerns, and everybody's got something, but it's all okay. And we can and this virtual hand holding, it was a real, I really saw crystals where we were connecting horizontally together with one another and being connected. It was beautiful.
I love that. I love that. Ethel is saying, "I'm really calm now and at peace." Ariel is saying, "I feel good and less guilty and so happy to connect with the others." And yeah, also Sandra saying, "I feel the connection." It's so magical when we can also in 5D do this, right? And I feel blessed that we have the technology nowadays. And thank you, COVID, made us actually use it all, right? To do this online. And that's why I'm also really excited about being able to connect with you tomorrow. So if you haven't heard yet, tomorrow, Book Lunch Day, I'm celebrating an online party. It's called Das Feste Freude, the Party of Joy. And we're starting at 7 a.m. with a morning meditation. And yes, I will be speaking mainly German, but here's the thing. On Zoom, you can set the transcript to your preferred language. And I've noticed that when I connect with people, for instance, in Holland, and I connect in Dutch workshops with Roy, and I take part there, although I think I don't speak Dutch, I can understand it. I know what they're talking about to the extent that I even sometimes correct the translators. Although if you ask me to speak a full Dutch sentence, you'd laugh your ass off. But you see, there's a part of us that does understand. And especially when we meditate, which we will be doing in the morning at 7 and again at 8 o'clock in the evening, you're really very welcome to join in. And in the afternoons, I'm doing some Q&A and some hot seats. So hot seats are little mini personal healing sessions where I will work on a specific problem with whoever is willing to show up in the ring and be my target bunny. So that's my invite for tomorrow. And yeah, letting go of attachments really is a powerful thing to do. And it's interesting, letting go always has this thing of, I want to hold on, right? So that's where release is such a nice word. But then in England, I had a course participant who said, "No, I don't like the word release because it means release. I'm releasing something. I'm signing the contract again." So you see, every word is open to interpretation. So use the word that feels best for you. I like seeing that, and I notice this every time I move, and many of you know I've moved many times in my life. Every time I move and every time I release, let go of stuff, right? From clothes to furniture to books. I mean, the amount of stuff I have given away in my life is a lot, right? Every time I do that, there is a little bit that thinks, "Oh, I really like that bit. It was really expensive. I might be able to use it in, I don't know, December, I don't know, in 2 years' time." But then the other part that creates the space and sees the joy that that bit is giving to someone else and creates this openness for possibility every time, that's way more exciting. So when we train ourselves to think a step ahead, rather than thinking a step back, Don't we often think back? We'll go back into memory lane. But no, we could think a step ahead. We say, maybe this thing that I want to have happening so bad is something that's just a stepping stone. Maybe I could think big. I could skip this and I could think a step ahead and say, what's the end outcome that I want? Could I think bigger? Maybe it's not about, for me now, maybe it's not about this book becoming a bestseller tomorrow. Maybe it's about this book reaching one person who reads it and doesn't commit suicide. What if it's one person reading this book and creating some amazing invention that's going to clean up all the oceans on this planet? What if it's one person who reads the book and does something incredibly good with it? Wouldn't it be worth it then if I knew? And if we think of that, there's some beautiful films out there, especially about the Nazi time, of these brave souls who did incredibly courageous things to save children, to help in their way. And they often didn't even know just how many lives they've impacted. And that's where we've got to remember quantum physics again, don't we? It's not about the amount of followers, the kilos we have on the scales, the money we have on our bank account. It's about the impact that we're having. And the best impact we can have in life is by managing our state, making sure that we're as conscious as possible of what state am I in right now? What frequencies am I sending out? How am I feeling right now? So this is your permission to take care of yourself. You have the obligation to take care of yourself. And when you notice you're struggling, you've got a toolbox. Not only can you do all the tapping and breathing and intending that we do here, but you also have a circle of women who want to help you. So sometimes it's really about asking. And this book launch has also been big for me on just reaching out to people and asking and say, please like up my socials. Please buy my book. Please support me, because that's the only way that it's really done, isn't it? Together. So I know that with this kind of vibe that we're all creating, we yet have no idea just how much peace and how much beautiful, loving, joyful impact we're having on this planet right now. Because think about it. If you just leave One Goddess Circle feeling a little bit better than you did at the beginning, that little bit better energy is going to impact all those people around you. And then maybe one day you'll even have your husband, boyfriend, whatever, children, boss, whatever, say, for goodness sake, can you go in your Goddess Circle? You're always in such a good mood afterwards. And let me know how I can support the Goddess Circle. You women are doing great jobs. And we know we are, because we're getting the feedback, right? We have even men in our circle, from Nicole's husband to Yolanda's husband, who are already experiencing the impact that a joint intention has. So I would love to give the word over to Nicole now, who had a really special idea of what we could do today, right? So I'm going to hand over, there we go, the mic to you.
It's funny because I just thought, I felt like called to say something in that moment. First of all, because I realized, and it's to be felt, how much passion, love, and commitment you put in there. And I mean, it's, if people don't react on it in the way maybe the specialists for social media tell you, I think it will be in a very different way. Like I wrote before, it will be magically unique in its very own way. And it's not by the book, maybe, right? By the rules, how it's supposed to be brought out and how the numbers should be and so on. And this is still the old system for me also, in a way, when I think about it. And because, I mean, like you said, you might not know how many people you reach, and you already reached. And it will be in a very, very unique way that is your way. And even if you have put a lot of money and effort in it now, it will be great tomorrow. And I didn't talk to you before that call, but I had the feeling today, I will suggest, let's do the power of 8 today for the book, baby. And I didn't know anything about what you have been just mentioning. So that's fantastic. And I think that's the least we can give back to you for inspiring us every week since such a long time.
I humbly and joyfully accept. Thank you. Thank you. So I have the coherence on. I think maybe Yolanda, would you like guiding the power of eight? Would you like to guide us in? We all have different ways of doing it. Do you want to come on in and give us your magic? Here we go. And unmute yourself, my friend. Testing patience. There we go. Yeah. Say something, please.
Me? Yeah, my internet is very bad and you are freezing all the time. So I try to connect the sentences.
Okay. Well, then you stay where you are, and Nicole and I will do it. You just hold space with us. But I want your little picture in here too, because you were the beginning instigator saying, let's do more power of eight healings. Yeah. And you've had great results with Robert, right? Did you want to share a little bit about, maybe the connection will be good enough for you to share briefly just the amazing things you've experienced by practicing this work yourself?
Yes. Well, we were doing it a couple of times and it was very different, but every time it was really spectacular. Robert really felt the power of the intentions, and he after the power of eight ritual, he was really feeling that his head was empty, and and after that he said, "There's nothing in anymore. I am free of this tumor." And well, we are still going to therapy, but to get strong again. But he's really good. So amazing. It's like a miracle, because the doctors told him that when he didn't do the chemotherapy, maybe he would live for 3 months.
And you're well over that now.
Oh yeah, we are way over that now, and he's getting better and better every day. So, and also his memory is coming back. He is more alert, and he's working a lot of hours every day, painting. His work is painting, so it's really also a little bit like a therapy, but
that's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. So it's so important that we know this is possible. Things are being birthed, diseases are being healed where conventional medicine says it's not possible. So that's what we're all about, being impossible, right? And they do remind me that I don't know if she's here still, Maria Reel, is she here? That we introduce them. Okay, so let's intend for intuition, der Schlüssel zu mehr Lebensfreude, to be a miracle bestseller and healer. Do you like that? Do you approve of that intention? And we're all completely happy and healthy. That's always in there, right?
Good.
Okay. So I'll do it then, Yolanda, then you don't have to worry about the connection. Are you good? Cool.
Yeah.
So we begin by imagining we're holding hands. Just have your hands relaxed. And then take a couple of breaths in and out, centering yourself, connecting to the earth, connecting to the sky, dropping into the space of your heart, taking a full breath in and out, and in and out, and in. And as we exhale, we intend for us all to be happy and healthy, and for Joy's intuition book to be a miracle bestseller and healer. Thank you. And then let's gently come back into the here and now. Again, become aware of our bodies, how we feel, what happened for us. I always think the most interesting part of this intending is what goes on inside of us, especially when we're intending for others. So just for a quick check-in for those that maybe don't know so much about the power of 8, the true magic happens for those that intend. That's what research shows. It's not only for the ones that is being intended for, but the altruistic attitude, that willingness to devote energy, time, presence to another person's well-being is what helps the person intending heal. It's quite fascinating. That's why I always suggest when I have, for instance, clients with so-called incurable diseases to start healing circles, because the moment they step out of victim and step into the power of the healer, they start healing themselves. So thank you for blessing me with that energy. It felt really powerful. And at the beginning, I felt these little lights. It felt like little fairy lights, and they were creating this kind of ball of energy. And then after that, I had this really rather overwhelming feeling of gratitude. And a part of me like, oh, I've got to watch the time, mustn't make this too long, sort of thing. Then get out of your head. Thank you. Over to you, girls.
I have to tell you, it was magic. It was really cool. I had the book basically in the center of us in the circle, and you on the cover, right? And the picture already. And it was like a golden helix, like taking you out of that book. Yeah, you were not in there anymore, and it taking you out in the book, like you were flying up into the universe with the golden helix, and then a golden rain was going down on the earth.
Those are the sparkles I saw. I just saw
Yes, that was, yeah, I related to what you were saying. It was really nice. And my hands were so full of energy, very, very
wow,
warm and full of energy.
Me too, yeah.
Thank you. It was cool.
Thank
Well,
you. We have here saying the earth power comes in my heart and makes a warm pink love. Yeah, that's beautiful. So if you have anything to share, please unmute yourself, put it in the chat. We love to hear what goes on for you while we intend.
I want to share something. It was really happy. It was like everybody was so happy, and there was a big party going on. And suddenly you were there and just signing books, and you were like, oh. It was like, and I thought, what is this? This is so earthy.
Maybe it's our next goddess retreat, right? So here's my intention. My intention is when I'm in Italy now from the 4th to the 8th of October, right? We're teaching in Riccione, Heal Your Past, just in case you don't know that. I'm going to be talking to Sonia from My Life. And my intention is that she says yes to organizing an Italian goddess retreat, because I know there's so many, right? I know there's so many Italian goddesses who would love that, but we need translation, and it's quite a thing. So if we can get My Life to organize a big badass goddess retreat, we could all come, because everybody likes going to Italy, don't we? I mean, in Europe at least, don't we? Yes, you in? Okay. So when that comes out, maybe at some point I'll ask you all, write Sonia a letter saying, I want a goddess retreat in Italy with joy. So maybe that's a way to go. No, I'm going to suggest it, and I hope she says yes. We'll see. Okay. Anke says the connection was very strong. Nice. Thank you. How do you feel the connection? Who of you feels it physically? Who gets insights? I'd love to know how many kinesthetic, how many visual, how many auditory people we have here. Imagine is saying, thanks, goddesses, for the first time here. You were late, but it feels like a warm bath. Yes, sister, come into our bubble bath. This is a frequency bath. Oh, full disclosure, we had the Mag Healy running on coherence as well, because, we play all the tricks. So Lily, check in with you. Is Maria Real here? Did she make it?
Yes.
You're here. Hello.
Hello.
I am so happy to meet you like this, and I'll give everyone a little intro. It's just the first time for me also meeting you. What an honor. Maria Riehl is the president of the NGO at the Peace Committee at the UN in Vienna. So we got our peace goddess right here. How do you feel? How do you feel being in this crazy gang of ladies?
Yeah, I feel good. I just spoke with Lily before I joined you. Somehow I feel sad because the situation is not so simple as it looks.
Your situation?
The committee situation. Everybody is working in different fields and they are very busy. So I need to accept. I need to learn to accept that people are busy, not only with Committee on Peace, but with their own organizations and with their own humanitarian project and all the somehow non-violent communication projects and all other projects, like to understand people. We all, as I know that we are all ready for this. And so I felt very strongly for 3 days, I should go myself to the Peace Bell at the United Nations and sit there and think in my heart, let there be peace on earth.
That's so beautiful. I get goosebumps when I hear you say that, when I imagine you sitting there and just holding that intention in your heart. When are you going to do this?
On Thursday, 21st of September.
And where is this bell? Is this something that is
3 o'clock afternoon? It is a bell. It was given to the United Nations from Japan. Because Japanese mayors and Japanese nation is very much for peace, and as I understood, and they went, yes,
for the World Peace Day. So how could we support you? I mean, I'm guessing this is in a place where only it was restricted access, isn't that right?
Yeah. Yes, there are many restrictions. In your heart, I wrote also to the members of board of my committee that if they cannot come, it's no problem. They can sit with their friends, with their neighbors, with their families, and quietly wish that let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me.
Yes. Okay. So I have a suggestion for you, my friend. So that you are not there on your own. I want you to feel supported in sisterhood. So on the 21st, you know what? I have time, and I will at 3 p.m. arrange a Zoom meeting right here, like for now. Actually, we'll use maybe the same Goddess Circle link, huh? And then I will invite all our Golden Goddesses to join me, us, you, at 3 p.m. on the 21st of September. And we will, for 8 minutes, intend, let there be peace on earth, and let it start with me. Are you in for that?
Yes, thank you.
And then I'm so curious what you will feel there. My only request is, can you send us a little selfie of yourself in front of the peace bell? And then maybe when it rings, could you just film it for 30 seconds so we can hear it?
Yeah, I don't think we can ring it because for this I needed to ask for permission.
Okay. Well, you know what? I have so many singing bowls. I'll ring my singing bowls and we'll project it onto the peace bell. But in our minds, we're allowing this peace bell to chime, and we're going to intend in our hearts. Okay. So goddesses, you heard it. I will send out once the book launch is done tomorrow. Tomorrow's my book baby. Have you heard? So after the book launch is done, I will send out an email to you with the link, and we will gather whoever turns up is good, right? I'm sure we'll be more than 2 or 3, and all we need is 8, and I'm sure we'll get 8 people, and then we will be there with you, sister. because when we do that, I mean, we're all going to benefit from it. It'll be a beautiful break in the day to take 10 minutes of peace.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining. I hope we'll see you sometime again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Lily, can you relieve Maria from the spotlight? Thank you. Wow. Great stuff, sisters. So we're coming to the end. Are there any questions? Is there anything you'd still like to say, ask? Then now is the right time. Also, Yolanda, Lily, and Nicole, mute your mics. Think of some wise words of how you'd like to close this circle. And let's go back to the whole view. So we see some more goddesses. I love that. I love seeing you girls.
Yes, girls, let's be there the 21st at 3 o'clock. I will be on my way to France, but I will stop my car and look for the internet.
That's commitment, sister. And even if
Yeah.
you can't get on the call, you could just stop your car and intend for 8 minutes. You see, that's the beauty, because there's no time, there's no space. It's really just intention and focus. And we can all do that. And we will all benefit from that. That's the best news of it. Okay. Yeah, Elizabeth is saying, yes, she's in. Nicole, of course, is in. Nicole, any last wise words, Lily?
Yeah, it came to my mind. I don't know if you know this mudra, where you, yes, exactly.
Yes, peace
begins with me.
That's right. Peace
begins with me. It's something, so if you even close your eyes and you touch all your fingers with every finger with the thumb, right?
Yes.
And you say, peace begins with me.
That's
right. And do it over and over again. It's such an amazing practice. If you do this for 10 minutes, I mean, you feel really, really peaceful within yourself.
Yes, and you're always connecting energy centers, right? So that's the cool thing working with mudras. It works in German too. Frieden beginnt mit mir. Frieden beginnt mit mir. Peace begins with me. And it looks kind of elegant too, right? It's a good break.
Yeah, you sit straight, right? Have your spine straight and do this. And yeah, it came to me, that famous saying, being open for everything and attached to nothing, right?
I'm open to everything and attached to nothing. I like it. Lily, can you top that?
I'm all in, and I'm planning to go live now that I've got this incredible commitment and support and energy. I wasn't even sure when Maria asked me, will I go to the UN? Oh, yeah, okay. And now I think I have to be there, and I'll go live on Facebook.
Yay! Excellent, excellent. And then we can share it in the Joy Tribe. Yes, yes, yes. See? We're getting a tsunami of joy going. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. Okay. Well, sisters, I wish you, my intention for you tonight is that you sleep deep. You have beautiful dreams that inspire you. You recharge and rejuvenate completely, immediately, and permanently, and wake up in the morning feeling fabulous and remembering to come to my Festa Friday and order the book. I love you. Bye-bye, sisters.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck.